Hello ladies and gentlemen, I know it's been a while and I'm giving you a quick 2v2 fillerish episode. I'm playing as the Brits and I'm playing with a couple of mates, Good again playing as the Americans. We've got Simovic, who is a friend of mine online as well, playing as the Wehrmacht, and then the random PE player. This is just a hosted game, so me and Good are level 9, Simovic and this PE guy are level 8. Anyway, so you might be wondering why it's been a while since my last video. Well, a couple of reasons. The first being I'm getting ready to go on holiday, so don't expect a video for the next couple of weeks again, but for a reason this time. And secondly, I made a really good video called, I was going to give you a proper full-blown guide, because I know I've had a lot of good positive responses from those guides, and I was going to do a guide of like each unit, like say I was going to do one of the and I did like a 10-minute video on the American riflemen. I got all their stats, what you could do with them, how to counter MGs, early PE action. I got the footage, I got the voice recording, everything. I spent like roughly 10 hours making sure it was all well and good, and then naturally I go to upload it onto YouTube and the file is somehow corrupt. And it just depressed me, and I was just like, I spent all this time making this video for nothing. And I typed it up and everything. I had a script. It was like going to be like my best work, really, I've done for a very long time. So I was a bit pissed off. But anyway, yeah. So I harassed the Wehr player, slowing down his munitions. Good is taking up the north, and both the Wehr and the P player have combined to take the centre. I'm going to do some harassment with light infantry. He's going to put Wehrs in this house, and I'm going to surround it with my infantry sections, getting the grenade rifles and a lieutenant to just kind of go around cap and harass. The P player has made a good breakthrough here, cutting through Good's lines. I'm going to do a little bit of a push-up, and I'm also going to place a mortar bunker here to give us control of the centre. As you can see, this is a nice spot because it's kind of protected off by these houses, means they're only going to come through one point really. Did another harass at the top, attacked by pioneers and NGs, but I was able to counter that quite easily. Simovic's MG is out of range, so I'm going to come and flank that with my other infantry section, and going to continue to cap harass. You see, cap harassing is possible with the lieutenant. Going to get in the position of that MG to get it distracted, to make it for him think that he's actually getting it, like he's actually using it efficiently. Then I'm going to come from behind the flanks with this other infantry section to get the kill, hopefully, or does he just run away? I can't remember. No, he just gets out of there. Meanwhile, Good's in a prolonged battle up on the north against these Panzer grenadiers, and my bunker emplacement is getting harassed by some Pyos and some NGs. At the time I was thinking of going for quick Cromwells, but we're going to see how that plan develops. I'm going to cut off these pioneers here, get a bit of harass off, but I don't think we're going to get them, alas. There's an armoured car out now for the PE player, probably going to be heading north. I want to sweep in and take the centre, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen in a hurry. Command truck is up, and I'm going to be getting up a commander, what is it? You know, the person that comes before the thing. Anyway, so a little thing up here. Good's pinned down against some assault grenadiers in the armoured car. So I'm going to just rush in with my infantry section, ignore the assault grenadiers. Suppress the armoured car. I'm going to then ping on the armoured car for Good to focus fire it, because this is obviously what we want to be killing. And there we go, it's down. And then his assault grenadiers are just simply outnumbered, they're not going to be doing anything. So that's just a little show of teamwork there, how you've got to be able to coordinate your units. He doesn't have sticky bombs, he doesn't have any AT. So you've got to be able to coordinate what you have effectively together. And I always find I play a bit better when I haven't actually played this game for a while. I mean, I love Company of Heroes, it's my main game competitively, but to be honest, I've been playing a lot of Team Fortress, a fuck ton of Civilization 5. You know, sometimes you just want a bit of variety, but then when you come back you appreciate this game all the more for its competitive nature. Doing a bit of fail, going to the same point there. Kettons are kind of harassing. There is a pack out now, but that doesn't really matter. My captain is out, and I'm going to be getting the Stuart tank out, admittedly a bit later than I'd hoped, but I wasn't really focusing, I was trying to focus on the micro. So there's an MG now down here, pinning down my thingamabobs and my lieutenanty bob, and I've now got a casualty clearing station so I can heal my men and collect bodies. Flame Pyos are vetted. Some of it is going for like an assist kind of squad, probably hoping to take out my bunker and my support. With Shrek's always a good idea, to be fair, against the Brits, at least in a 1v1 situation and in general. Meanwhile, the PE player is making a newly formed assault on the north. I'm going to be trying to take out that MG and also the pack, so let's just have a look up here. Let's see what Good's going to be doing. He's going to be attacked by a pretty powerful anti-infantry assault force here. Luckily he gets an armoured car out at the last second. I'm going to support him with my brain carrier. He's going to be able to force that assault away. Meanwhile, I'm able to flank and take out that MG and continue to harass the pack and recap what's lost. I hit a mine with the Stuart, but the Stuart's going to just kind of plough through the middle, knock out that MG, eliminating what remains of their coverage of the centre. People leave MGs in places, and to be fair, like, it's a good idea when you're like trying to micro a lot around the map, but thinking that one unit will hold down the map for you completely is never a good idea. And as you can see, fuck, I need to get a better word. But I am harassing this pack, forcing him all the way back to their base. It's always good to just be a bit of an arsehole about things, not allow him to get it in position against my Stuart or my friend's armoured car. Put it all the way back to the base, make it as useless as possible for the short while. Meanwhile, there's a station scout car here on the fuel. Obviously, the P player is hoping to get out a lot of armoured cars and Marders and things like that. So we're going to just eliminate that in a combined assault of armoured cars and also Stuarts. I'm now going to click on Good for his engineers to heal me, because my engineer's on the other side of the map. And I'm getting out another lieutenant so I can get 2-star, so it's like 2 vet unit blob. I know it's a bit horrible, but I wasn't in the mood to think, so I need to speed this up to get it in the 15-minute limit, because YouTube still won't let me sodding increase my video size for reasons. Because way back when I uploaded a video of Dragon Ball Z, when I was like Dragon Ball Z fanboy, and apparently they still care about copyright from 2007. So anyway, he leaves his armoured car here like a dumbass, and I'm just going to be like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'll just gradually knock it out with a mass blob of units. Easy peasy lemony squeezy. Stuart tank combined with the armoured cars and the flamers and the rifles is going to force those assault grens off the map. The pack is in position though, and he's going to be taking some shots soon enough. Simovic and his PE ally are now going to be focusing in the north. I've now got the armoured command truck out, still thinking I'm going to be going for the Cromwells. Simovic's base, he's got the tank command up. We are really sitting heavily in fuel, so our strategy is always going to be fuel based, and Simovic is aware of this with the AT guns. He lets me know about my tank getting harassed, but then obviously we've got this big push here. This is some good teamwork with the PE and the Ver player, although they are all coming in one direction, which probably isn't good. I mean, if he'd flanked from the side, split their forces up, it would have been a lot more overwhelming. I mean, they're still clearly pushing us off, but we're able to kind of like pedal back and do constant damage whilst also being forced off the map, so not a bad trade-off. However, my Stuart's not really going to get out of here. I'm going to launch a majorly unsuccessful canister shot and then just kind of backpedal him into the corner, get a couple of shots off, and kind of, well, the Stuart tank's past his usefulness now, really. Anti-tank grenades finished the job. I was miles away. My units actually get kind of cornered by a combination. There was an MG in here again, which suppressed my men, and then I was thinking, well, I can't really take out these two guys whilst my men are suppressed, because they take like double damage when they're suppressed, like properly pinned. So anyway, speeding up time, there's another Ketten capping. They've now taken the middle, and as you can see, they're going to try and take the fuel and then realise that actually I have a armoured command truck somewhere, so then they're going to taking pot shots at that. Why didn't just stay out there and take shots, I don't know. Why Simovic did that, because it gives me the time to mass up my forces again. I also have commandos. Realising that Good is going for a more tank heavy build, I don't want to be going for Cromwells as well, because if they go for AT like they already are, it's going to put us in a bad situation where we're kind of forced into one strategy. So that's another thing you need to remember in terms of team synergy. Always be aware of what your teammate's doing, communicate if you can, and even if you're not communicating, even if it's just random, you've got to be the one that's going to, you know, you've got to be a good teammate and look at what your teammate is making and make the units that will work with or support. I mean, maybe you do want to go all in with tanks, but are you willing to risk losing a lot of men in the process, because they will build proper anti-tank weaponry? Like you see, they have Marders out and stuff. Instead I went for commandos so I can effectively counter any AT. And also I can now fight on par with these assault grenadiers, and I get a good trade-off there, knocking them out completely. We're now going to counter-attack up here. Armoured car is in place. I'm going to backpedal my lieutenant. Do not want him getting raped. Anti-tank grenades, though, we're going to focus on that armoured car. Just going to kind of keep my distance and do a bit of harassing, keep the Bren carrier firing. Shermans do a great job of clearing out. And you can see good still on basic rifles. But you can stay on basic rifles for longer in 2v2s as long as you're willing to support it. In the meantime, I'm just recapping the centre with the commandos and a squad I got back from the casualty clearing station, and they're still collecting bodies now as well from the commandos. Really useful to have a casualty clearing station as the Brits. You want to be really getting it up around 5 to 10 minutes, well, between 5 to 10 minutes getting it up, so it'll be clearing for you. And put it near your base, but not too far away. Flame Pyres and Vet-Free Grens are making their way into the centre. Going to have to be retreating that infantry section and retreating that that commando crew. Do not want to be losing him. Much more too important. Flaming Ketan of Death is just casually strolling into my base, going, "Oh hi there, oh damn it, a well," and then exploding. I guess a well is too epic for some. Fearing that I might get a kind of rush on my trucks, which always fucking happens at the most inappropriate of times, I'm just going to mass retreat my men, keep a recon squad up. Meanwhile, the Marder is being attacked by riflemen. I think good probably has sticky bombs, so the Marder is retreating into a corner. But there is a big PE counterattack coming along the lines. Because their last two joint attack didn't really work, they're obviously now going for 2 separate strikes, both supported with armour. So, you know, this is strong, but really, actually, I think in reality, they'd have been better served massing their forces with armour together, because now both forces are going to be deprived of assists. He has got a Stu 42, Simovic, but the thing is, I have so many men, and they're of such high quality that I can just blitz through his infantry so fast that he can't really pin me down, and that Stu's going to get raped. Meanwhile, Good has captured a pack that was lost against from Simovic, allowing him to take out the Marder handily. I'm gonna focus fire down that Shrek crew, which in actuality is gonna give me anti-tank capabilities, which I'm gonna give to the commandos, and so that makes that Stu 42 useless. The north assault has collapsed, and there more or less goes the GG. Sorry for a basic and quick game, but I wanted to get something up for you all. I will try and do something a bit more effective. Let me know what you want to do. Was that idea of making a unit guide useful or sound good to you? If so, then I'll try and follow through with it again after I get back from holidays. I shall see you all soon. Lee Garden out.